When you were traveling around the world doing this, were there, can you make an assessment of countries that were doing it well versus countries that you went in and went, wow, this is not good?
Mhm. This may surprise you, may surprise the audience. We, INL, the International Narcotics Law Enforcement, in fact, a previous supervisor of mine, worked with the Mexican federal government. And at that time, President Calderon had devoted, Mexican government had devoted millions of dollars into the Mexican federal prison system. And with the help of INL, we went in, we as a organization went in and helped them clean up, develop all kinds of systems, work systems, and evaluations. And some of those institutions, those Mexican federal institutions, they were just like ours. You could eat off the floors. They were clean, they were quiet. A lot of times you can tell when a prison is being mismanaged or not managed at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go in and it smells. There's a lot of yelling and screaming at you and other people, and it just doesn't feel right. That hair on the back of your neck just stands up. And on TV, where it's spending time in Mexico prisons, they've cleaned even most of the state prisons up now, developed classification systems, which modeled off of Colorado's, by the way, and the increased training, and they've done a really good job. On the other side, one, other than Guatemala, that I went to do that initial assessment, we took a little trip down to Brazil and walked through did a lot of training down there. And Rondônia was the state. It's up next to Bolivia. And I did a lot of training in the staff, and they're highly motivated. And they have a brand new prison that they were getting ready to open, but they weren't going to open up till they have all the policies and procedures in place. Good move, by the way. And we said, let's take a trip. I want to see some other institutions. And so drove around and drove out to one, and they said, and I always like to go in. In fact, I like to talk to the criminals and see what's going on. They said, we can't go into this one. And I said, why is that? I said, recently we had to weld the door shut because it just got out of hand inside. They were cutting heads off of inmates and kicking them around like soccer balls. And I went, oh, I understand. I really not interested in going in there. I said, what about food? And they said, we'd lower the food over the wall down and they come get it and bring it up. Yeah. So as we were walking out, all of a sudden I see this guy in a coat and tie, and he goes, Bill Zalman. I thought, who the shit is this? I didn't know anybody down there. He had seen my picture on Facebook, that somebody from some country had taken my picture, and yeah.
Wow.
So that's bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah.